Today I'm gonna generate random video game characters and voice act them without knowing what they sound like, but then I'm gonna compare my voice to the original and see how close I was. You're probably wondering, how the f*** am I gonna do that? You're just gonna go off what they look like? And to you I say, yeah, that's kind of exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm going to judge them by just looking at them. Also, I'm gonna Google key information about their personality so it can help you too. So we have our random character generator here, and what's interesting is that since it has a variety of different characters from different games, the different voice styles we're gonna get are going to be vastly different as well. So this is gonna be a really interesting challenge. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be fun. All right, so let's go do our first one. Rash from Battletoads. Does Rash from Battletoads even have a voice? We gotta figure that out first. Okay, I have confirmed Rash from Battletoads does have a voice, so we're gonna try to figure out what this dude sounds like. The first hint I'm getting is that this guy is obviously an amphibian. This is like a frog? He's a toad. He's a toad. He's a toad. He's a battle. That's in the fucking name. Oh my god. Yes, he's a toad.
So if he's a toad, I feel like he's gonna sound more in the back of his throat. That's what I'm initially going with.
But the thing is that you look at him, he's like got like a cool bad boy thing going on, you know? He's got like the shades. He's got like the spiky knee braces, but maybe this is, since they're all like toads and stuff, they probably all just have regular voice. Let's look a little bit into Rash's personality here. Rash is the coolest toad, so he says. This is important. The so he says is important because this means that he's more of a arrogant. He could be more arrogant than he is just cool and confident. He could just be really cocky. Cocky is the word I'm looking for. We're gonna get a little meta here. Because this is Battletoads and everyone is a toad, I don't think they're gonna make all the voices sound like in the back of their throat, kind of like they're like a rabbit. I feel like they're not gonna do that. Because they're all the same species, they're probably just going to have them sound like people. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you know, they all just sound like dudes instead of just like what a turtle would sound. I don't know what turtles sound like. I'm the crazy one and I'm super cool. My smash hits will leave him cold. Here's the thing. I feel like I made a pretty good guess, but the thing is, because of this challenge, anyone could sound like anything. This could go any way whatsoever. Now let's find out how he actually sounds like.
Maybe because I practice on my hand all the time.
Okay, so we were right about the fact that he sounds very arrogant and very cocky. I think we got that on the dot. My voice is just a little bit too younger sounding, where he sounds more like he's aged. Like, dude, like, come on, bro, like, come on.
Maybe because I practice on my hand.
Maybe because I practice on my hand all the time. He sounds like something like that. I'm pretty impressed with myself. I was closer than I thought I'd be. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Hyde from Under the Night in Birth. Okay, so immediately looking at Hyde, I can tell that it's very anime-like with the art style, right? It looks like he's got a red sword here, you know, red guy with the sword, usually a bad thing. If Star Wars has taught me anything. So unless he's a really cool like protagonist, like, I'm gonna kill you. Or maybe he's like an evil guy, like, I'm gonna kill you. It could be either or. There's only one way to find out. Let's look into this game here. Okay, so this is a fighting game. This is important to know because this means that their voices could be a bit more punchier when it comes to delivery because, you know, they're literally punching people. Now let's look into Hyde. Hyde is the main protagonist. Okay, he is the main protagonist. I am very confident saying he's gonna have a more of a breathy voice. Look at his personality because he looks like he's a bit of a mean guy, or he's like at least like very strong-willed, very determined, very no shit. I'm taking no shits kind of thing. Straightforward and strong-willed. There we go. Straightforward and strong-willed. Doesn't back down from a fight. He has a cocky and reckless side to him. Purely going off how he looks and what we know about cocky and arrogant. I'm gonna give it a voice. See how it goes. Fine. If you want to fight, then I'll be your opponent. That's all you got? So much for being intimidating. With those weak-ass powers, you won't be stopping anyone. You know what? I like where that voice is. I think that's a solid guess. Now let's listen to what he actually sounds like.
I can't let a girl lead the charge. Almost had me there.
Okay, wait, hold on. Why were we also very close with that one as well? What the hell? Dude, that sounds, okay. I think I made a bit more anime than I needed to sound, but this is very close. Hey. But you know what? That's not bad. That's not bad. All right, let's run it back. Let's run it back. All right, well, we can't do Cynthia because I don't have a feminine voice, guys. And I know how Cynthia sounds. So, okay, I'm getting a lot of women. I don't know what this says about me and what this website, who they think I am, but that's pretty awesome. Whoa! What the? Psy-Crow Earthwork Gym. Look at this, look at this fella, bro. Look at this build. What am I looking at? We have to look up what the fuck Psy-Crow is. Psy-Crow, the scourge of the space lanes in the animated television series. Oh, it's a television series too. As his name implies, Psy-Crow is a psychopath. Cunning, cruel. Okay, you know, that's all I need. That's all I need. He's a psychopath. He's cruel. He's evil. He's a villain. He's got crow in the name, so I'm guessing he sounds kind of crowy like. So I'm not. Whoa! What the fuck? I didn't know I could do that with my voice. He sounds like this, but we gotta add the psychopath element. So
We just have to make him sound psycho.
ooh, you know what? I like that, but I think it's a bit too high. Because he's evil, I feel like it must be lower.
I'm Psycho from Earthworm Jim. I'm evil, mean, and psychotic, and this is what I sound like.
That's my guess on what his voice sounds like. Now let's see what this guy actually sounds like. I can't find a clip of Psycho actually talking, but I found his voice actor, clip of his voice actor doing his voice at a convention panel, it looks like.
Psycho. Earthworm Jim. He drives me crazy. Up a wall. That's where.
Oh, you know what, dude? We were really close. I said we were pretty spot on with that. The important thing here that Jim Cummings does here for the psychotic element, he kind of makes him stumble a lot on his words more than like I did. I made him sound like normal, which a psychopath, I guess, wouldn't traditionally sound normal.
I'm Psycho from Earthworm Jim, and I'm a psychopath.
Maybe something like that. It's closer.
Psycho. Earthworm Jim. He drives
Oh, you know what? That's probably him just stumbling on what he should say. That's probably not even the voice. I'm sorry, Jim. I didn't mean to make fun of your stuttering there.
He drives me crazy. Up a wall. That's
He drives me crazy up a wall.
Hey, you know what? Not bad. Not bad. We got one more to do here. Let's see who we get. Nero from Devil May Cry 5. Funny enough, as much as I know about Devil May Cry 5, I don't know what Nero sounds like. I just know like his song and stuff, Devil Trigger. And I know what Dante and Virgil sound, but I don't know what Nero sounds like. Wait, this is gonna be fun. Going off what I know about Devil May Cry, it's more of a gritty game. It's got like grittier signs, so everyone sounds edgy. Everyone sounds edgy. That's what I'm trying to say. This guy probably just sounds edgy. We need to find out what his personality is like. That's important. If we don't know what his personality is like, then we're gonna have nothing. Nero is a more serious, sardonic, and somewhat antisocial person. Okay, what the fuck does sardonic mean? Grimly, mocking, or cynical. So he's literally just edgy. Okay. Nero also has a short temper and prone to be impulsive. He probably generally just sounds like this. I don't want to talk to you. That kind of thing, right? Without strength, you can't protect anything. I know that. Hey, jackass, didn't your mother ever teach you that it's not nice to steal? Sorry, Dante. I'm bagging this bitch. Okay, you know what? That's my guess on what he sounds like. Let's find out what he actually sounds like.
Now you die. Boom. Go.
Okay, he sounds a lot more younger than I made him sound like.
Now you die.
Now you die! This one was also very surprising to me, but you know what? I wasn't too far off, I think. I think I just made him sound more edgy than he needed to be.
Let's give him a little taste of the good shit.
Let's give him a little taste of the good shit! I was closer than I thought I was gonna be with that one, but you know what? I'm pretty happy because this guy could have easily had like a deep voice as well, and I wouldn't been able to do that, but you know what? I'm thankful he sounds a bit more younger. So, how old is Nero? Nero is, oh my god, okay, wait, mid-20s in DMC5, which means that he would sound like this. So this is, this makes sense. This makes sense. If I actually looked at his age before doing the voice, I think I probably would have guessed that his voice would be a bit higher. So, but you know what? Not that bad. I also learned the fact that every time I see an anime character, I make them very, very anime. That's my weakness. I make people sound too anime. Well, if anime is my problem, maybe I should do this again, but with anime characters. So let me know if you want me to do that. Honestly, I think this was like great practice as a voice actor. If they're like a voice actor looking to get into it or just want to mess around, I think this is a really fun challenge you can just do for yourself. This is a lot of fun. If voice acting or even doing voice impressions is something you're interested in, I got great news for you because I have a video that literally teaches that exact thing.